The narcissist will almost always downgrade with the new supply if you leave them first. Narcissists want to be the ones to leave the relationship or decide when that relationship is over, once they've exhausted their partner or their spouse. So they're going to line up new supply well in advance of their leaving. This preemptive search for new supply allows them to take their time and find that perfect new supply that in their minds is better than their current partner. And while they may have several potential partners on the back burner, and probably they do, most of these individuals, the narcissist never intends to make their primary source of supply. These individuals are all secondary sources of supply, and some are dirty little secrets. People the narcissist interacts with, mostly to complain about their current partner and to draw sympathy from. The narcissist may keep these people around by alluding to them that there's the potential for having a full-on relationship with them in the future. And this is all fun and games to the narcissist. But when the narcissist is surprised by the sudden departure of their spouse or their partner, they can no longer be selective. They don't have the time. They need someone right now. So they're going to pick the person that they believe will be the best replacement. Now, somehow, the new supply, they don't see themselves as a replacement. They don't consider the fact that, hey, this narcissist just got out of a relationship or they're still in one, and they're actually being used by the narcissist to pacify their bruised ego. They were content being the narc's dirty little secret, so being put in the position of primary supply is actually a move up for them. They're just happy to be there. Now, the spouse or the partner who left the narcissist has inflicted a huge narcissistic injury on that narcissist by their sudden departure. And now the narc scrambles to fill that void with someone new, and they're going to pick the lowest hanging fruit, the most vulnerable, the easiest to manipulate. Personally, I have dealt with 2 covert narcissists, and they both did exactly the same thing when the relationship ended. Both of them hooked up with older, less attractive women who had money. Both of these guys had money as their number one priority, and both of them mentioned more than once during our relationship how nice it would be to have a woman financially taking care of them. In both cases, the woman they chose was older than they were, or at least they appear to be. Both of them were very jealous. And all narcs are jealous, but they hate being jealous. They want you to be jealous of them, not the other way around. And this is one of the reasons they're going to choose someone less attractive. They want to be seen as the attractive one, and if you've hurt their ego by you leaving, they're going to do their best to ensure that that never happens again. Because in their minds, this less attractive new supply is more likely to stay with them. The narc sees them as having limited options, and the narc believes that this less attractive person will put up with more, that they'll tolerate more. Meanwhile, the delusional new supply thinks they've hit the jackpot, and they're flattered to have been chosen by the narcissist, which is exactly what the narcissist wants, because this person is going to work harder to prove their worthiness in being chosen. And the narc knows this. Narcissists are afraid of being alone, so imagine their delight in finding new supply who's also afraid of being alone. It sets up the perfect codependent dynamic. Narcissists thrive on power and control. The easier it is to control someone, the more powerful they feel. If they can control how the new supply views their former partner, they feel powerful. If they can fool the new supply and others with their fake facade, they feel powerful. If they can rally others against that former partner, they feel powerful. So if you're the one that left the narcissist and you see them downgrading with new supply, just know it's because that narc's ego has been damaged. Their self-confidence has been lowered, and they're now settling for less than they really want because they have to. And this is going to be especially true if the narcissist is aging because they know that their ability to attract new supply is diminishing. Look, strong, confident, beautiful people can be fooled into getting involved with a narcissist. But these people are more likely to leave once they realize they're with a toxic individual. They know that they can find someone else who will treat them with love and with the respect that they deserve. They know they can heal. They know they can recover. Now, those who are more vulnerable, who have less confidence already in themselves, whose self-esteem is already low, those who feel like their looks are fading, they may think this is their last chance on finding love. Okay, and they're going to work harder and they will endure more to keep that relationship going. Narcissists prey on the vulnerable. Think about what was going on in your life when you first met the narcissist. Were you in a vulnerable state at the time? Had you recently suffered a loss, either through the death of a loved one, a recent breakup, a divorce, loss of a job? Were you recovering from an injury? The narcissist sees that vulnerability and they're going to come in like a knight in shining armor to save the day, to rescue you in some way. And once they have you, they use those vulnerabilities against you. Now, the wounded narcissist, well, they're all wounded, but the one who's been wounded because their spouse or their partner left them, they're going to come in like a hurt puppy playing the helpless victim who's been treated so badly. They're going to look for someone who's empathetic and nurturing, someone who will listen to their sob stories and let them cry on their shoulder. And this new supply believes that because they're standing by the narc during this time, they're agreeing with them about how terrible their former spouse was, they're listening to them lament about how awful things have been for them, that new supply believes that this is actually going to endear the narcissist to them even more. Yeah, and this is exactly what the narc wanted. Because now they have someone who will listen to them rant about their former spouse. And they draw fuel from this negative supply. The new supply's support of them gives them fuel as well. Positive supply. Look, supply is supply to the narcissist, and they'll take positive or negative. But when they have both, for them, it's like winning the lottery. Leave that narcissist to their downgraded supply. They had to settle, at least for a while, as they continue their search for something better. But you don't have to downgrade. You already unknowingly did that when you became involved with the narcissist. I mean, after that, almost anything would be an upgrade. But if you take the time to heal and learn how to recognize narcissism, the chances of you ever becoming involved with one again are greatly diminished. Getting into a new relationship right after narcissistic abuse is really not a good idea. Look, stay single for a while. Work on yourself. Allow yourself the time to recover. And you'll be amazed by all the healthy, beautiful people you'll attract into your life. And you'll never settle for less than you deserve ever again. Thank you all for taking the time to listen. I really appreciate everyone. May your day be blessed today and every day.